Over the weekend, congressional leaders released a 3,000-page compromise text of the U.S. military's defense and security package known as the National Defense Authorization, or NDAA. The policy bill comes in at just over $900 billion, $8 billion more than President Trump requested. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales runs down the numbers and whether any pro-life protections made it. Erik.
Good evening, Veronica. The 2026 NDAA will help Republicans and President Trump advance its Peace Through Strength agenda. House Speaker Mike Johnson put out a statement saying that the NDAA codifies 15 of President Trump's executive orders, such as ending woke ideology at the Pentagon, securing the border, revitalizing the defense industrial base, and restoring the warrior ethos. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says passing it is a priority.
That is, as you all know, one of the most important pieces of legislation that we do every year, and it fits in very consistently with the President's Peace Through Strength agenda.
This NDA, it's got a lot to like, and obviously a few things, we'd like to see in or some things missing, but to really zero in, the President put out his recent national security strategy, so that really kind of outlined those strategies.
Some of the key provisions of the NDAA include for military readiness and modernization. It calls for nuclear modernization, the Golden Dome, expanding counter-drone, space, and cyber capabilities, and prioritizing AI and hypersonic research partnerships. For service members and other personnel, a 4% raise for enlisted, provides for improving service members' quality of life and addressing military housing shortages. And on national security and the border, it calls for supporting troops on the southwest border and strengthening U.S. Israel defense cooperation. It also provides $400 million in Ukraine funding, a contentious issue in Congress. The NDAA does have pro-life protections like the Hyde Amendment, which prevents taxpayer money from being used to pay for abortions.
I don't expect there's going to be poison pills. That the NDAA has been worked towards as a bipartisan measure, which it traditionally has been, and I think leaders on both sides are committed to that.
However, expanding IVF coverage for troops was dropped.
And why it's particularly important, not only the costs, obviously even the ethical concerns with storing embryos and freezing them, hopefully indefinitely if they are going to be frozen, but the creation of excess embryos.
It's been voted on by the full Senate and it passed. It's been voted on by the full House and it passed. And so Speaker Johnson, one man, is stripping out the benefits for hundreds of thousands of military men and women who deserve to have access to this benefit.
It's important to note that lawmakers must still pass annual defense spending legislation to fund Pentagon programs. The House could vote on the NDAA in the coming days. Meanwhile, Majority Leader John Thune says that the Senate will take it up before lawmakers leave for the Christmas break late next week. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.